So I finally filled it up to the top this morning. By the way, I'm running the filters and the air just to get a feel of what it looks like. And there's still, I think, 2 more air lines that I ran in there that I gotta still connect. But I just want to get it looking like a real fish tank now. But yeah, it looks really. I really like it. I can't wait to get some more lights. I didn't want to get lights. I didn't want to spend money if it wasn't gonna work. So now I gotta get some light. I'm gonna do a couple of water changes. I ordered from Amazon a water meter that you can attach to your garden hose. I'm gonna attempt to get some kind of measurement of water that's in here. Couldn't find it at Home Depot or Lowe's. I searched for it and didn't come up with any kind of meters. I actually came up with more garden hoses and stuff. But yeah, Amazon had loads of them. There's one concern I do have. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. There, right there. It seems to be the styrofoam, the concrete seems to be cracking right there. Now, the only thing I can figure out why it'd be cracking, see, it can't be cracking because it's separating from here up because it's underneath. There's a lot of support keeping it down. So I'm hoping that it's not actually the bottom sinking and splitting. So you see another piece right there. I mean, I don't care if it's cracked, but I just don't want it to affect the blue max that's on the bottom. If it separates, it could also separate the blue max. So I'm just nervous about that. I don't understand why it's cracking like that. It's kind of weird. It shouldn't be sinking, like they shouldn't be warping down, because under each, where the legs are, under the tank, there's also supports going across. So there's like, I would say 1, 2, 3 beams going across. So it shouldn't be sinking, or like bowing at the bottom. I noticed that it's going on that side too. It's not going anywhere that way. I'm gonna run it a couple times. When I get that water meter, I'm gonna fill it up and measure the amount of water that's in here. The bubbles will make a nice effect. That's just with one light. If you have more lights, you don't see those shadows. I would like to keep the shadows. It's kind of cool. Those big bubbles that come up, they're so big that they actually go up like 3 inches. The water rises 3 inches on top of the bubbles. I still got to fill up a little more. I'm gonna get it closest to the top as I could. I don't want it to touch the bottom. I mean, the wood's coated too. Well, that wood is all coated, but I don't want to get it so high that water's gonna be splashing out with the bubbles. I have to modify the filter because I noticed some of them I didn't. Can't see. There's no light. The dividers, or whatever you would call it, the baffles, whatever's what's stopping it from the water going to the next chamber until it overflows. I seemed on that side have it higher than my minimum water mark by at least 1.5 inches. So the water, actually, when I got 2 pumps on, the water, I got 1 pump on now, and it seems okay. When I got 2 pumps on, the water actually displaces out of there faster than it can get around and fill back up because of those high ones over there. And I'm gonna have to shorten them down with my oscillating tool. I'll just get in there and zap it out of there. And if I can't get the water to return faster, I will have to lower the baffles. See, these overflow. This one, for some reason, is like 1.5 inches over my line. I can't see in there right now. It's actually like 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches over. The next one, the same thing. And that one in the corner. I don't understand how I did that because I have a line that goes all the way across that shows my water level. I really like how that tree came out. Those plants look kind of nice, and they look real. They're actually the plastic plants. The leaks, I finally conquered the leaks. I beat them. One thing I want to let you know is that it didn't leak every time I filled it back up to the same spot. Every time I tightened it up, I was able to get the water higher by maybe 6 inches before it started leaking again. So now I finally got it up to the top. There's no leaks. And it wasn't that the tank wasn't built properly. It's just that I didn't tighten down on them. I actually kept them loose, thinking that I had them tight already. I didn't want to crush down on top of the silicone too much and causing an opposite effect of making it leak. But I seem to got it down now. Nothing's leaking. I can't imagine how long it would take if the Blue Max didn't hold up. If there's any kind of flaws in a Blue Max, I don't know how long it would take for it to penetrate the plywood. Because the plywood has a few layers, and if it's just a small leak, it might take weeks and maybe even months before I even see any kind of wet stains. But I don't see any water leaks anywhere. The front's good. Everything seems to be going good. I can't wait to put some fish in here.